Cancer, let's jump into your love messages. Remember that this is Venus energy, love and money. Venus is ruled by Libra, ruled with Libra and Taurus. So you might want to check those out for some universal messages. So everyone could probably find a little something in theirs. And currently, Venus is stationed in the energy of Virgo. So there's a lot of detail going on. You have romantic feelings out here. So I feel like you are definitely engaged with someone. There's definitely a query in mind. So this can be a person, place, a hobby, but you're meshing with something. I almost said messing with someone. You have make the effort out here, so you definitely could be trying to tinker with something or some situation, see how it works, see how much effort you need to put in, and then you have reconciliation out here. Bottom of the deck, religious factors. Now, interestingly enough, this gives kind of a Six of Cups type of dynamic. You see children and then adults here, so this is definitely giving a sweetheart. Now, just because I said Six of Cups, it doesn't mean that it has to be from like back in your school days. It could literally be someone that comes from when you were in a younger time or previously more innocent, like before you hit some type of huge milestone. So maybe it was your high school sweetheart, but maybe this is someone you met in college before you entered the workforce. Maybe this is someone who started out in the workforce with you before you became a manager. So this is not necessarily back in the day, but it's definitely before you hit some type of milestone here. With reconciliation here, I feel like you could be catching up with someone. Religious factors being on the bottom of the deck tells me that there definitely could be some type of gap, like I just said, in hierarchy or intelligence or position. There definitely could be some type of gap in wisdom or experience is something else here, but you're sitting down and reconciling, like, how have you been since? You know what I mean? Maybe you became a manager and you were not able to see your coworkers that you were super close to when you were on the floor together for a while because you have new duties. Maybe this, wait. Don't forget, energy can be on people, places, circumstances, and situations. You're multidimensional, so get your natal chart or get a personal so we can get your natal chart so you can listen with comprehension and listen with true direction, okay? Be mindful of what you're taking in from me, from other people, from the news, from your friends, and make sure that you go check out the other videos. If this isn't resonating, no problem. There's so much more content out there. Again, I'm doing my best as a perfect stranger. But let's get back to the energy. It's a relationship and you and a person have to go separate ways. Maybe their work called for them to relocate or, you know, have to be away a lot and it just didn't work out at the time. You're able to now come to a place where you can kind of be in a higher perspective here. I feel like this is a place of peace, something or someone that you are very comfortable with, something that makes you feel safe and at home. I don't know if this is a new awareness, but it's definitely something that's always kind of been there. Let's do a 5-card spread for Cancer energies when it comes to how they're interacting with the Venus energy here. This could be an off and on situation, or this is like the one that got away, or this could be like my first love type energy is something else that I have out here. You have the 5 of Cups out here first. So there's definitely some type of reminiscent here where something may have not worked out at the time, but it's definitely not over. Definitely still thinking about it. It still comes up. You could find yourself thinking about this person, place, situation, this thing, even though it's behind you, it could come up a lot. You know what I mean? It's something that greatly affected you, something that you think different of now. The intention of the situation is the 10 of Swords here. This is lack of closure for sure. Something is not over, done with. Something is still bothering you for sure here. This is, could be dealing with a Capricorn. I'm hearing R. Kelly, Turn Back the Hands of Time. If I could turn back the hands of time, then my darling, you would still be mine. If I could turn back the hands of time. 3 of Pentacles, while we're asking about it, you could be wanting to work with someone, grow with someone. Someone could definitely have been the inspiration or the muse for you to become better or grow into some direction, but they're not there with you. Maybe, for instance, I have an ex that started out in business with me. He's who pushed me into entrepreneurship. This is the person who, you know, pushed me to get my real estate license, who forced me and said, this is the day you're taking that test. You know, that's who I celebrated with and had dinner and all that great stuff. And then by that was in December 27th was the day I took my test. I passed my test. But by the spring, we had completely went our different ways. Real estate had demands on me from working in property management at a leasing office and becoming a brand new agent. So I'm always at my real estate office, having 2 daughters, me and him kind of just went our separate ways here. But anytime I talk about my career and my success, I definitely mention him because he did help out. Now, it didn't work out. Wish it would have. One of the main discussions we had in the first place was me getting my real estate license. He was already an accountant, so he was getting his CPA license. So would have been a power team. It didn't quite work out here. It's kind of sad and unfortunate. I still think about it from time to time. I'm sure he does. I see him from time to time, and we talk about, man, we could have really did XYZ. You know what I mean? Thank you for inspiring me. Well, you inspired me back. So there's definitely something here where it's like, if you were in this type of situation where someone may be thinking about this again, you know what I mean? It could just be something that is lingering. This could be something that they truly feel like they need to try again here, try harder here. Maybe someone didn't give the effort in the past, but to make the effort. So it's like, you know what? No, I can't keep saying we could have been. I need to go back and like, we need to do it. Especially if you and this person or this situation is still going in a similar direction. I don't know what he's doing now. That was just an example. But for instance, if hypothetically speaking, you know, I'm a real estate broker now, obviously, but say he had actually went on and got a CPA license, this would be like meeting back up with this reconciliation card and saying, wow, you did everything you said you were going to do. You said you did everything you were going to do. We could still find a way to work together, right? Since everyone's still on the same path. Now, I'm not talking to you if this is a situation where, take that same example and say he went off and moved to Tokyo and became like, you know, I don't know, a rock star. Maybe he's doing music now way over in Tokyo and I'm a real estate broker here in Atlanta. Then yeah, we missed the boat. You know what I mean? And I think that alone would give you some type of closure if you find out, oh, well, so-and-so's, I just heard, in jail. Well, so-and-so's, you know, whatever. Now it's like, okay, well, hey, I dodged a bullet. But if you are still thinking about someone or seeing someone, maybe even online, or still have mutual friends where they're kind of like, yeah, y'all would have been so great together. They're doing this, you're doing that. I feel like there may be a conversation coming up here, for sure, with the Pentacles out here, where y'all may meet up and kind of put it on the table and say, hey, don't know what happened then. It's water under the bridge. It's kind of over at this point. But I do want to discuss XYZ today, okay? If you choose to work with this energy out here, wow, you have the Hierophant out here. This is a marriage, a commitment, a contract, a higher understanding here. There's blessings that are definitely coming down here. And it could be literally that this was a false start, or this was just like a preview of a situation where y'all met in passing and it wasn't time to quite be together yet, so y'all kept going, because it looks like y'all could definitely end up working together and building something together for sure here. This would definitely be someone you already know or have already come into contact with. Again, it looks like at a time when y'all were younger or not so mature in a certain, maybe you didn't know about relationships and it took for you guys to break up and go date other people. Maybe your career was a little stressful in the relationship and it took for you to get some tenure or some status in that said career so that you could have more hours and more free time. Maybe there was a lot of drama and distraction around, you know, family, but at this point you've been able to separate, and now each of you know who the true culprit was, who the true demon seed was, and you're able to come back and say, yeah, it was my cousin. I don't even deal with that cousin anymore. Okay, so that cousin wouldn't be a problem at this point, and y'all wouldn't have those said distractions. That's really what I'm picking up here. The outcome of this energy for Venus, wow, Judgment, which is reconciliation. So Cancer energies, especially if you have a Cancer moon or Venus, definitely get ready for some form of reconciliation. This is a higher form of commitment. With the Hierophant being out here, this does look like y'all are going to actually like do the thing here. The Hierophant with the Judgment, contracts are definitely involved here. There's going to be a laying out. I keep saying laying it all out on the table, but I do want to caution that you are not who you were before. With the religious factors being here, what's under it? And soulmate with forgiving and learning. Yeah, y'all just had to grow into yourself, grow into your own identity, grow into your own way of being so that you guys could integrate. It's hard to be in a relationship when you don't know who you are, when you're still searching, because you can end up being distracted or searching inside of someone else instead of yourself. So Spirit could have brought y'all together so you could, I always use this term because this was going on in Virgo energy a lot, in Venus is in Virgo. We're talking about love and money. This is not knowing shit from sugar. Maybe someone wanted to be in the industry, in the entertainment industry so bad, they were willing to do anything with all the propaganda and the news that's out. Someone's like, okay, I ain't know no better. You know what I mean? I'm so glad I dodged a bullet. I'm glad I didn't get into that industry. Or I got in the industry, it was horrible. I'm out now, I'm different. I'm ready for my next chapter here. Because again, there is some type of regret around some type of betrayal. There's some pain in being apart, okay? What's the advice for Cancer energies when it comes to love and money? This could be a job as well. You know, maybe you wanted to work somewhere, but you wasn't really mature enough to understand the discipline and the structure that it was going to take. Until now, you know. There's definitely an aged energy, like fine wine for sure. You have trust. If you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart. Emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment, and trust is out here. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. There was definitely some ego games that were out here. Now that someone has, you know, been able to come to terms with themselves and be accountable, now they can go ahead and say, okay, I was in my feelings. I overreacted. I wasn't ready. I was scared. And now, if they could do anything, now that they're being honest and clear with themselves, what would they do? You know what I mean? And they're choosing to come and reconcile and to make up. Beware of what you're projecting, for the qualities you admire in one another are qualities you both possess. Equally so, the qualities you don't like are also your own reflection. I believe this card just summed up the entire Cancer energy when it comes to love. Y'all got together as a mirror and said, I can't stand your ass when you XYZ. Well, that's something that you need to work on in you. But you would have never saw it had it not been for dating this person, working with this person, or doing this thing. And they said, oh, hell no, this will never work. I'm not going to tolerate this. I don't like the way they look at me, talk. And then y'all saw that, went your separate ways, and went to realize, hey, wait a minute, I recognize this energy. Oh no, this is what I didn't like about so-and-so. Can you believe it? This is what people are saying about me. This is what's being reflected by me. Okay, well, if they're bad, then I'm bad. Ten of Swords here. If they are, you know, toxic, then I'm toxic. Okay, let me clean myself up. And with that being said, let me go and have a chat with them and reconcile, because you know what? I wanna apologize for the part I played in it, because I'm healed, because I'm a different person and I'm in a different place at this time. Right now, there's someone out there that's hurting. They can't move. They can't get up. They're scrolling YouTube right now. Please make this content be something that you like, share, and subscribe to, so that this piece of healing can get out to the algorithm, to the people out there who really need to hear it. I love you all. I appreciate you. Links to personals are below, as well as my email, so that we can get in touch and just grow and truly be a community of healers in the world. This is the way that you can do your part, okay? Share it along the way. The comments are wide open. I'm not invincible. I want to know what you think, how you feel, and what you can contribute. I'm not the only healer out here in the world, but I'm definitely wanted to set up a platform so that we can communicate, and again, pull in as many people and thrust out into the algorithm all this love and light. Until we meet again, keep growing.